Hello guys, it's Element54 here, and we're going to be playing Spore, and it's a really fun game. I'm not sure how old it is, but it's definitely not made in 2013, and actually, it's one of the best games I've ever seen. So yeah. We're going to go ahead and start a new one. Let's see, let's look at these. So yeah, if you guys saw the post, I talked about how I was quitting YouTube because I didn't have an editing software. Well, it turns out I just found an editing software, and so I'm back in business, I guess. I'm really happy to do so. I got a new microphone, so I should be sounding much better. And yeah, so I have not stopped making videos so far. I hope I can go as far as I possibly can with this, and without further ado, let's play Spore. Alright, so we're gonna be let's be a herbivore. Alright, we're just gonna have no theme. Let's go normal, forward, and then let's name my planet. Let's see, what should we name it? Bullwinkle. No wait, yes. So yeah, I got a Logitech headset, and it's pretty amazing. Let me just turn down the sound a little bit. There we go. That's better. So yeah, this is how Spore starts off. Basically, your species is in the asteroid, or if you just start off the creature stage, then you start off the creature stage. But if you start off at cell stage, you get a bonus, which allows you to have a certain power based on what you are. Alright, so this is Spore. And here is our character. Okay. Alright, so you can either move with the WASD keys or with the mouse. I personally like to move with the mouse, in this stage at least. When you're a herbivore, you want to eat the plants up there. If you look in the top left corner, you can see a little plant thing, and that's what you're supposed to eat. However, if you're a carnivore, you're supposed to eat the little meat shells. So yeah, that's what you're supposed to eat then. But yeah, since we're a herbivore, we're going to eat the plant things, level up until we get legs and go on land. And then I'll start the next part. I'm hoping to make it a fairly, I guess, long series until I can at least get as far as I possibly can, like the space stage. Possibly, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so it should be fairly fun. Yeah, as you can see there, I ate a certain number of plants and I grew. So yeah, and once you grow like once, you'll see carnivores which will in fact kill you if you are not careful. Yeah. Other cells and meteor bits are the key to finding the parts. Each part has unique abilities that will help you. When you see any part appear, swim over to the token to collect it. Alright, so we're gonna go over here, grab the token, and now we have a spike. Now, how do you get it? Well, it's pretty simple. Once you're big enough, you can actually, you'll enter the cell creator, and in the cell creator you can add parts and you can color your animal as much as you want. It also saves the game, which is pretty damn important, if you ask me. I'm probably gonna get killed in a second here. I'm kind of screwed. Alright, so let's call a mate. This isn't the funnest part, and it's definitely probably the dullest part I get. Okay, it's probably the slowest part of the game because it takes so long to level up. There's not really that much to do other than get killed. Okay, I'm so dead. Other than get killed and just eat things like repeatedly. However, when you grow into the oh no, okay, come on, run away. Thank God. Also, when you run into your mate, you actually are safe, so that's the plus. Okay, so what I was talking about is you can color your animal. So they have some designs you can take. For example, I could do that, and I could pick a color up here, or you could hold the left click, and you can scroll different shades of that color, I guess. So if you want to go in yellow, wait, no, that's not going to work. If you have to go in this yellow. I don't know what's wrong with that one, but there we go. And I can choose that color, and then I can go ahead and go to the second page, and I can pick that. And there you go. So it looks kind of weird, but you know, that's what it is. You can also make yourself an omnivore, but that's slightly hard. You have to eat meat and stuff, but that's just that. And each time you eat, you get a DNA point, which is kind of like money. Yeah. Alright. So once you go on your first cell creator, you get to name your thing. And as you can see, though, first before I get into that, when I equipped the jaws, it named my animal to an omnivore as opposed to just a herbivore. And these are my attributes, my attack, and my movement, which is like flagella, or is it flagella? I'm not even sure. Flagella, whatever. Cilia and jet parts to move faster. Okay. Now let's go ahead and name our character. Well, GowerMango. The GowerMango is a very large, fat predator found in the lands of Bullwinkle, which isn't very aggressive. Is that even how you're supposed to spell it? Aggressive. Hence why it is an omnivore. Omnivore, and eats plants / fruit. There we go. So yeah, so you can do some pretty fun things after you grow into the actual, like life stage. You get legs, and you can move around. You can add more parts, different parts. You can kill race, and you can wipe out species, and you can also be friends with them, so you can get them to follow you. But that requires a bigger brain, and a bigger brain allows you to have companions with you. Now that's a much more detailed explanation of what I was attempting to say. At first, I was attempting to say that basically once you get a bigger brain, you can have more things. But when you get a bigger brain, it basically allows you to do more things. For example, I don't know, I haven't played this in a while, but I think you can get better abilities. You can definitely get a crew, sort of. I guess you can call it a crew, I'm not sure what else you would call it. And with the largest brain, you can move on to the tribal stage, but with the largest brain, you can either have 4 or 3. I really don't remember. I really don't remember what it was. But yeah, it's either 4 or 3 crew members. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. So that's what happens when you die. You poop pink stuff, and you reappear in an egg, last where you left off or saved. I'm not sure whether it auto-saves or not, but it feels like it does, and we have a new part. And it feels like it does, and if you have poison on you, when you die, or when they hit you, it drops this little nasty stuff right here, like pink stuff, and it will hurt you, and it sometimes will kill you, but it's very rare that that'll happen to you. I'll enter the sub-creator so I can just get rid of this and get as much stuff as I can from this. Yeah, the best way of getting food as a herbivore is to visit these little green circle things. And what these green circle things do is they kind of just, it's like a cluster of plants, or seaweed if you want to call them that. Basically just kind of like a buffet, but not like totally infinite. It's just much easier than just wandering around and finding tiny bits of it. At least to me. Alright, so what's cool is once we get into the bigger stage, I will show you something cool, which is actually pretty cool. So I recommend getting the Celia because it means that you have fast turns as well as speed. And speed is going to help you a lot, especially since if you didn't see it, it allows you to be slower or faster. Alright, so if you see these right here, and if you're on a computer, I don't know what else you'd be on. If you scroll up, it makes it larger. If you scroll down, it makes it smaller. So I can have a weird looking thing like this, and make it look a little bit like a worm. And then you can also enlarge eye parts and stuff like that. So you can have something like that. And it looks pretty damn weird. So we're gonna get rid of that. Make it look kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not sure whether or not the bigger it is, whether it affects your ability to eat or not. So I'm gonna make it as large as possible. There we go. That's pretty cool. All right, so spikes are pretty important. When you're running away, they probably help you a lot because, well, they're spikes, and if they try to eat you, they're not going to be able to. The reason for that is, well, I don't know. I think before I got into the cell creator, I ran into a fish thingy with spikes, and you could see me, instead of him like biting me and taking damage from that, I took damage from his spikes. So basically, it's just kind of like a thing that helps you from getting damage from pretty much anything, depending on where you place it. And I'm kind of like all over the place with anything I'm saying right now. But yeah. Alright, so that guy gives me an or no, what the heck. He was supposed to give me an omnivore part, where it basically allows me both with only one, okay, I'm getting away from that. With only one mouth part as opposed to two, like you see me now. So I'm gonna go for this. Once you see a meteor like that, it usually holds a part, and I've never run into it without a part. You freaking wizard, get over here! I'm gonna eat you. Freaking stupid. There we go. Nom. 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 Okay. Okay, so it's actually the design down here is pretty cool because it looks really cool, and you can see huge animals in the background. Which basically they get smaller as you grow, because once you go to the largest size, actually, what happens is that is going to, the big purple thing that I see right there, is going to look a normal size once you grow to like a really big size. And you can eat them and gain their parts, and that's that. So, I recently got a part from the meteor, and that was poison. That was what I was talking about earlier. So basically, when something bites you, or it just goes out randomly, it'll poison them and they'll take damage. So basically, just kind of like spikes, but kind of better protected. I personally do prefer spikes because, I don't know, they're less expensive than that. And why am I moving so slow? By the way, okay. So flagella or flagella, basically it's a constant movement, but Celia is a like move, stop, move, but you turn faster while doing so. So that's kind of a plus and kind of negative. You know, you can't have the best and everything. And this is electrical or electrocution. I think it's called a. I'm not really sure. It's called something, and I'm gonna get killed, of course. I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a part where if it's charged up and there's an enemy near you that's probably going to kill you, then it'll shock that enemy and they'll take damage, and essentially weakening them so that you can kill them faster. So let's try to sneak up on this guy. That's just the name, and Maxis is the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. Kill this guy, get the part. It's called electric. Okay, I was wrong. At least that was close. Oh, see, spikes are hard to get around. And I'm sorry if I sound like all over the place because I'm trying to explain a lot at one time. But yeah, I apologize for that. I'm not as clear as I should be. would say it's much easier to be a herbivore than anything because... Oh no, that's bad. Get away from that. Basically, that's an egg that will pop out that thing, and that thing is probably going to attack you as soon as it gets out. So, I can't really beat that guy in a math fight, so I'm just gonna let him run into my spikes. So it's been a while since I played Spore. I got into the space stage, but the space stage is quite confusing for me, to be honest. I never really got past it. The terraforming was my problem. I never knew how to do that. So I have to figure that out when I get there. We're a long way from that. Okay, so we're almost done. We're going to enter the cell crater. And my mate is over here. Just as the big scary monster tries to kill me. Alright, so we've got the new parts. We have a jet. Very fast. However, it's twice the cost, or almost twice the cost. And how much? I have 36, so I can get electrocute, I can get poison, I can take off these spikes if I really want to. If I take off the eyes, it's like everything goes black and white, and you can only see a certain distance, like a circle around you. It's like when you have blindness in Minecraft. It's kind of hard to use. Alright, so we're gonna have jet, and we're also gonna have flagella. We're gonna have flagella, sorry. Alright. Okay. And then we're gonna change the color. We're gonna go to this. That's pretty cool. Let's make it a green. Let's go bright. How does that look? It looks okay. Looks kind of like fungus, but it's fine. Alright, so let's do this. So you can see me moving much faster. The jet moves every once in a while, that's why I'm using it so often, but with no spikes you'll see there's a huge difference. And that's what I'm talking about, the poison. You can clearly see he's like pumping out poison out of his butt. And when you get to a certain place, you'll see some of your species laying around. And they won't attack you, which is pretty cool, but they will attack the things around you, and I might get killed by that guy. Running away, run away, run away, run away, run away! Alright, so there's a plan. Run. Oh my god. See, that's what I was talking about. Those little guys right there, they catch up to you pretty damn quickly. And as I'm almost dead, those guys are everywhere. Those are the purple guys, by the way, that I was talking about, that were in the background. And you see that red guy, we'll see him later. I just died. Okay. Bad idea. Alright. So we're gonna try to stay away from those guys now that we know how bad they are. Maybe the jet isn't so good for us because we're moving a little bit too fast to even know what we're doing sometimes. Well, okay, that worked out. Oh no, okay. Maybe eat those guys. This is my lunch, not yours. There's the red guy that we saw in the background. And I'm not sure what that is. I'm pretty sure that's just like land. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's, yeah, probably land. Like, as I get close to the shore, I'm bigger. I can go on land. Okay, you know what? I'm dead. Oh. So, as you can see, the game is pretty hard. For a person who's never played the game, is pretty damn hard in the beginning because you don't know what you're doing, and the game's pretty harsh on you. And as you can see, I'm starting to grow a brain. It's very tiny, like a peanut. And it's not very good, but it says that you're on the path to sentience, and you can evolve legs to go to land, or you can stay here and kill these guys, which isn't very easy. In fact, you have to use spikes, but I'll show you what the omnivore thing does. Basically, he grabs you and does that. But it's instead of 2 mouse, you do that. I just died. Okay, that was interesting. Alright, history. So this is what I was talking about. When we get later in the game, you can see your entire path. So it's pretty cool to look back into your past. See how it's been. So I'm the omnivore. Omnivorous cells eat any type of food available. So they're weak, but they have the most food ability. So, started off as an omnivore. I emerged from a meteor, got a spike, ate 13 plants. GowerMango evolved. Alright, and then I kept going. I went to the herbivore stage right here. But then I went back into the omnivore. After dying, went back to the herbivore. Omnivore. So even though you get both mouth types, you can end up being a herbivore and it's pretty jacked up. But you have to eat a even amount or else you will become a herbivore or a carnivore. So, what I was talking about with abilities. Basically, as a herbivore, you get the siren song in your creature stage. Use this ability to temporarily enthrall all creatures in your vicinity. This makes it easier for you to socialize with them. Herbivore, Refreshing Storm. This is available in the tribal stage, which is pretty fun. This ability allows the chieftain to summon a storm, causing fruit to be replenished and fall from trees. Healing Aura. This is available in the civilization stage, and this ability repairs all of your vehicles and buildings. And at the last part, in space stage, you get Social Suave. This ability gives you an immediate negotiation discount on all social tools. So, how long did it take us to evolve from that to getting legs? 2,100,000,000 years. You don't ever notice at all that it might actually take this long for something to grow just that little. From this to this. It's amazing how ridiculously long it takes. But you kind of get the big idea about how everything is connected very easily. And how long it takes for an animal to evolve. But without further ado, I'm going to tell you the perks that we get as an omnivore. We get Summon Flock, Flying Fish, Static Bomb, and Gentle Generalist. So you get to, basically you get a discount on equipment. You can temporarily immobilize vehicles, turrets, and buildings in the civilization stage. Tribal allows you to summon a serpent to scare fish from the sea, which gives you food. Use this ability to summon a flock of minions, which is actually pretty useful. When you're in a fight in the creature stage, it's pretty hard because there's the entire species against you, and at the first part you don't have any friends to help you. However, you do have a brain, so you know what to do. As a carnivore, you get Raging Roar, which makes them all run away. Traps, which allows the chieftain to lay traps to ensnare wild animals. Invulnerability, and you make your vehicles impervious, which is pretty much like invincible. And Powermonger, which allows you to increase the effectiveness of all weapons. Alright, so I'm going to end the recording here, and we'll start on the creature stage on the next part. Alright, bye guys.